just wanted to thank you all for coming to the first ever Dog Con. It's been really fun, and it's all because of you guys. It's been so fun. The reason we decided to have this is that we had some announcements we wanted to make that we were pretty excited about, and we thought a party would be a good way to share that with people. The last time I did a speech like this was 5 years ago at our 5-year anniversary, and we're coming up on our 10-year anniversary. 2013 is going to be a big year for RDSP. We'll be celebrating 10 years in publishing, and I have to say though, the years between when I gave my last speech and now have been pretty rough in the publishing business. And we did think about shutting the press down seriously, not just when I'm like, oh, I just don't want to do this anymore, several times. But I think RDSP has grown to mean a lot of things to a lot of people, and I just didn't want to end that. So even so, we know that we can't keep going on the way that we have. Readers expect more. They want more than, it's not enough just to put out good books. I think the readers really want to interact with their authors, and I feel like they want to be part of a community. So next year what we want to try to do is basically relaunch RDSP, and we want it to be bigger than a press. We want it to be a community. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get a lot of people involved, and we have 3 things we're going to try to do to get people interested and draw them into our community. The first thing is we're going to have a website redesign. We're hoping the website will be a hub for all the RDSP goings-on. We were lucky enough to have the help of D. Harlan Wilson to get a grant from Wright State University to redo our website. So, and so we're pretty excited about that. One of the things we'll have is a communal blog where we'll have authors, editors, and fans all blogging about, not just about release dates and reviews and stuff, but other things, whatever might interest people. So we're pretty excited about that. The next thing we're going to try and do is start a volunteer organization. It's going to be called the Dog Squad. We've always had some some fans that have been really into the press and really want to help out, but we've never had a formal way to get them involved. The Dog Squad will carry out publicity missions, and they will be eligible for perks and privileges that the average public person won't have access to. And the third thing is our big announcement tonight. RDSP has always been a DIY thing. Pretty much everything except the actual printing of the books has been done by either myself or John. And if we want to be bigger and we want to be a community, I think we need to get more people involved. So we are welcoming a new editor and launching a new imprint to house our science fiction titles. We're happy to have Heidi Ruby Miller as our managing editor of Dog Star Books. I guess most of you by now know Heidi, but if you didn't know, she's a graduate of the Seton Hill Writing Program. She is also a science fiction writer herself, and she is an awesome promoter who's done all kinds of things, including a long-running interview series called Heidi's Pick 6. We are so happy to have her as part of our team, and she is so excited about Dog Star Books, and I want her to come up and talk to us a little bit about it.
Thank you. I am very, very excited about this. Dog Star Books started over a cupcake, as all good things in life do. It was midnight at my house after the Morgantown event, which was the very first picture that you saw where she had community there. And several of the authors had done their readings, and I had an after party at our house because Jason had done a reading there, and Morgantown is close to Uniontown where we live. And I'm in my kitchen eating a cupcake, and Jennifer says, you know, we're looking for our 10-year anniversary to expand Raw Dog, and we're thinking science fiction imprint. And she had been talking to me about including my books in that imprint, and I was very interested. And she said, and you know what, we wanted to take it one step further and see if you would run the imprint. Well, I wasn't prepared for that in any way, so I'm still eating the cupcake, and I didn't really react too much to it. So much so that the next morning, whenever we woke up, because Jennifer had stayed overnight at the house, she goes, by the way, when I asked you about that last night, if you're not interested, it's okay. And I said, I'll have a proposal to you in 2 days. Well, I come to find out now that they did not expect any type of proposal, but that is how I am. So I did. I worked up an entire proposal for them. We already had some people in mind for the books, and we actually were able to get an awesome cover artist from the UK. His name was Bradley Sharp, and this is the first of our covers. And this is Kay Cerise Wright's book, and that is Cerise right there. She's the one who made all the great mac and cheese. And we're also going to be launching this with Mike Resnick, one of his books. We're hoping to get a couple of other big people. Am I allowed to mention names or not?
I don't think so.
Okay, I won't mention any other names yet, but we have a lot of people in the lineup, so hopefully by next year we're going to actually launch at Seton Hill, we hope. Deanna?
Yes.
Okay.
No, talk to Natalie.
Natalie, where is she?
I have no idea.
She's upstairs.
She's upstairs.
Okay.
Matt, relay this to Natalie.
She's the book signing girl.
Yes, so we want to do the launch for Dog Star. We're going to try to get Mike Resnick to be a guest there as well.
Yes.
So we're very excited about it. That will be in June. It's a public event. It's in Greensburg, Pennsylvania at the university where Jason and I both are adjunct faculty and where we graduated from. And then we're hoping to keep going by releasing hopefully at least 6 books a year within this particular imprint, and see if we can grow it even further than that. Science fiction that we do is science fiction adventure, so it is the stuff that people love to read about. So we're talking about cyberpunk and science fiction romance and new pulp and everything basically except for the really, really hard stuff that whenever you get into the whole theory of faster than light travel and those arguments and so forth, we're in for all of the stuff that whenever you think of things like Star Wars and Farscape and Star Trek and that type of stuff, that's what we're all about. But I thank you guys so much for giving me this opportunity. This has been absolutely wonderful to work on all of this.
I got a
Okay.
question.